afternoon, everyone. I am Ashley King from William Alabama. I have the pleasure of introducing my close friend, Aubrey Coleman has worked diligently here at the capstone to promote academic success. Aubrey was a member of the first year council class and also named ACA first year council person of the year. He is currently director of student recruitment and the University of Alabama. He is also currently working to increase minority and diversity for the country. Aubrey is back to the local community through his work with the Boys and Girls Club of West Alabama. He is also a youth advisor at the Hill Baptist Church. Ladies and gentlemen, just like ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3, I would like to introduce to you Aubrey Coleman.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out today. I really appreciate it, and everybody just all the support that I've received in my candidacy today. And also, what I can thank while I'm up here, Ashley Cherry, for giving me that wonderful intro. Everybody give it up for Ashley Cherry. A couple weeks ago, when I first put my name in the school, I really sat back and I kind of reminisced over my involvement over my years. And I thought, why do I do what I do? Why did I get involved in Student Government Association? And I can trace that back to one incident that happened in high school. At my high school back in Hoover, at Spain Park High School, we had 4 lunches at that school. First lunch, second lunch, third lunch, and fourth lunch. And the lunches are divided up by the floor, and by what classes you have on that floor. Well, one year, I had the misfortune of having fourth lunch. I had a science class on the 3rd floor in the 8th lab. And because of that, usually, in the first couple of lunches, everybody eats up all the food. Well, there wasn't really a lot of food for the fourth lunch students. I remember I was sitting at a table with some of my good friends, and they were complaining about this. And I turned to them, I said, why should we have to take this? They should have plenty of food for us. And I always remember the face of my friend that turned around and looked at me and said, Aubrey, what are you going to do about it? What really are you going to do about it? And I thought to myself, what am I going to do about it? Ladies and gentlemen, from that humble beginning, I ran for my first HG election next spring, and I stand before you today as your candidate for Vice President of Academic Affairs. Just like during then, and as we are today, just like in that incident, here we are today, we have much improvement to go on. The university has come to a crossroads. We've had a great history, and we have a great tradition, but we need to expound on that tradition, and we need to move forward as a university on into the 21st century. Our academic infrastructure, print credits, advising process, and soaring textbook prices are all issues that must be addressed in order for students here at the University of Alabama to succeed the most by getting the most bang for their dollar at the same time. As your Vice President of Academic Affairs, first thing I'll work on is textbook buyback. How many times have people in this room bought a textbook for $200 and sold it back for $2? Yeah. I know I have. Well, I want to work with the food store in order to make sure that everybody gets the money back to their books. For my program, it will call for professors to enter into agreement with the current edition of the book that they have for at least 3 years, with an extension, or with a possible 1-year extension, in order to hopefully, so instead of economics, if you buy a book and you're able to reuse that book, you're going to get more money back for that book. And that's what I want to implement. If they enter into the same agreement and they're not changing the books out every year, then you can get more money back for your book. That's something I immediately want to start working on. I'm already in contact with the food store people about it. Also, another thing that kind of perturbed me a bit is the academic advising process. Many times that people come up to me and say, why do we have to go through academic advising? It really serves no purpose. I know what I have to take. Or even more horror story of getting ready to graduate and thinking you have all your credits, and then they throw in a trick and say, oh wait, you still have to take Math 125. You got to stay another semester. To eliminate this problem, I want to make sure the academic advising process goes online and has a checklist so you know exactly what you have and what you need to have to graduate. So everybody can graduate on time and we can also the print credit issue. I know recently that the College of Arts and Sciences took away print credits. And that's a big problem to me. Well, I've been corresponding with some of our university vice presidents up in the administration, up in Rhodes administration, and seeing if we can get them back. Turns out, if you're not familiar with the problem, the College of Arts and Sciences was fronting a $400,000 bill to pay for everybody, to pay for the whole school print credit. So unfortunately, they just couldn't front the bill. Well, under my plan, we will go into each individual college and have them put up a couple $1,000s, and we can get print credits back hopefully by the fall. I will work diligently and hard to have that re-implemented, and I'm continuing working on that this year when I get my president. Finally, my last 2 points. the SGA test bank. I don't know if a lot of you are familiar, but there's an SGA test bank located in the 3rd floor of the SGA office. Many people don't. It has a lot of tests for a lot of years. I want to work with that. I want to make sure that test bank continues to be updated by asking professors to donate older and used tests. To make sure that continues to be updated and the test continues to go online. I want to make sure everybody knows that they exist because students need to know that any advice they can get on how to better take the test leads to better academics, and better academics leads for a better university. Finally, I want to work on dead week. Too many times do I hear the story of teachers giving students tests and quizzes and projects on dead week. That should not happen, and won't happen under my watch. There's no test and no project for anybody on dead week. It's meant to be for studying. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to conclude to you today. Our university has come from a long way since its humble beginning in 1831 as a land grant, and to the academic elite school that it is today. But the old saying goes, we've come a long way, but we still got a long way to go. The university has a great deal of potential to continue to grow as it is, but great potential unactive, great potential unused. To me, the operative word in that statement is potential. Potential unused is opportunity wasted, and I want to make sure the university does not lose its opportunity and continues to grow and continues to become one of the academically elite colleges in the nation. I don't know if you're familiar, but we have the most USA Today academic All-Americans than any other school in this nation. More than Harvard, more than Yale, more than Princeton, more than Georgetown. Alabama, the University of Alabama is in that league. And I want to make sure more people are on that list and we continue to grow, we continue to challenge those colleges. So that way, when you go overseas, everybody will know the phrase, roll tide. When you go out to California and on a trip, you wear your Alabama hat, your Alabama t-shirt, people know that you just don't go to a football school, that you have a degree behind you, and you have an alumni base of over millions of people around the world that can help you at any moment. When you go to any foreign country or when you get a job, well, I want you to walk into that door and have an Alabama lapel on, and instantly someone knows that you're a credible source. Not because you come from a so-called party school or an athletic school, but because you come from one of the academically elite schools in the nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, I inform you, I can do nothing if you don't go out and vote on March 4th and 5th for me, for your Vice President of Academic Affairs for the 2008-2009 school year. So, ladies and gentlemen, please show up in mass numbers and please support me in the next week and a half as I continue my campaign for your Vice President of Academic Affairs. Thank you very much for your time, ladies and gentlemen.